In the year 2006. The year what? Say it louder. I finished preaching. When I finished preaching, I was tired. I walked to the office. I greeted, bade them farewell. Saturday night. Normally, what we do, we begin our services very early. We have what we call School of the Spirit. Then we'll go into the main service. Some minutes to 5, I got a call. Say, run to church now. I said, why? They say, somebody landed. There's no airport in the church premise. Somebody landed. I said, what landed? So I said, okay. A pastor was living in my house, so I told him to follow me. We got to church, and we saw a man with his hand inside a pot, but it was tied with white and some chalks. Where are you from? They say it came through astral projection. So I was looking at him. By this time, some women that were sweeping the church had covered me. I said, what? Daddy, run. I said, to where? They said, just run. So I said, bring him to the office. They said, no, run. They were guarding me. I sat in the office. So I told the other pastor with me, I said, go and bring that man. He said, sir? I said, go and... He says, Ashebi, both of us were there just now. Me, I'm just following you. Sir, no, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. But sir, this thing, Shebi, when the man landed, he saw us. We passed. He's on his own. So let's not go and look for what's not looking for us. And I said, go and bring him. He wouldn't. So I came downstairs. And I looked at the man. And the man said, Johnson Suleman. I said, yes. He said, I came through astral projection. I came from a cult. He mentioned the name. And he said, we have sent people. We have sent this, we have sent that. So we are wondering what is resisting. We check in our mirror. We don't know. So I came to find out. I said, sir, there's a problem. It's easy to project here, but to live. Me that I'm looking for trouble. You brought trouble to my house. I just said, it's easy to come, but to go. Fire! He began to turn the whole place upside down. People were gathering inside service. I see, somebody else should preach. I'm having a good time here. Fire! And he opened his mouth and began to confess. When he confessed, the first name he mentioned was an elder in church. I'm preaching today and tomorrow morning, right? Anything I hear, I will say it. And I'm telling you what I have seen. An elder. And there's something that you must understand. If those of you are pastors, when people are too close to you, you don't pick messages about them. So for you to be able to lead in the spirit, you must mentally dissociate people from you. Mentally disconnect. There's no one that should be too close. Mentally, you must dissociate them. That is the only way God can open your eyes to see who they really are. You must be extra, because there are some things heaven will not show you well until you make inquiry. Let me tell you. Okay, let me show you something. God said to Samuel, go to the house of Jesse, the Bethlehemite. Name, location. That was depth. But yet Samuel got there confused, looking for David. The same God that mentioned Jesse could mention David. There are certain messages that can't be gotten until you probe and inquire. God's releases most time can be coded. You have to probe. I'm talking of judgment. You must have that judgmental mentality. Preaching for a church in Warri, and about to go preach there, I saw a vision in the plane. I saw a tray, rice, apples, bottled water. Every time the Lord moved the rice to a corner, I saw white substance. I said, what is this? He said, poison. 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 I said, okay. Now, I felt when I get to the meeting, the Lord is going to talk to me about somebody who was poisoned. So I thought. So I said, okay, that's one. That's a good message. And when I got to the location, they said I have to come first to the pastor's house. As I went there, they brought me food. Same plates. Same apple. Same bottled water. I started laughing. I said, woman of God, carry your poison. Carry your poison. Woman of God, carry your poison. Can I shock you? I would be stupid to still preach there. By that action, they have shared grace. I carried my traveling bag. That's how brutal the world has become. Every animal has got what is called in science a defense mechanism. When you touch a snail, it goes in. You touch a tortoise, it goes in. You touch a serpent, it comes for you. That thing you see the serpent does when it raises up his head is called a defense mechanism. Now, when you touch a porcupine, you know what it does? It throws subs at you. Every believer, judgment is your defense mechanism. Now hear me. He said, when thy judgments are in all the earth, the inhabitants of the earth will learn righteousness. There are some people that can't live right until they are judged. There are some things that cannot be straightened until they are judged. One day a man called Nebuchadnezzar tried to take the place of God, and a decree was made by the watchers. They said, let the heart of a man be taken from him, and the heart of an animal be given. Let his hand come to his feet, and his feet to his hands. And the Bible says he became an animal. I'm sure the wife went there that morning, opened the door, honey, good morning. The next thing she heard was, she said, no, this is not normal. She closed the door. She called the son, go and check your father. And the son said, that's a good morning. The next thing he heard was, meh. And they opened the door, and the man became the minister of agriculture for 7 years. He went into the wilderness under the judgment of God. God is a God of judgment. The Bible said the Lord killeth and the Lord maketh alive. In Psalm 136 he says, he led them through the wilderness, for his mercies endureth forever. He fed them by day and by night, for his mercies endureth forever. He was a pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire, for his mercies endureth forever. He killed their firstborn, for his mercies endureth forever. So when God shows judgment to the wicked, it is communicating mercy to the saint. When God shows judgment to the wicked, it is communicating righteousness to the saint. When God shows judgment to the wicked, it is communicating preservation. Raise your right hand. Anything taken from you since you were born, wherever it was taken to, I retrieve it and I release it back to you. We stand as a team. Don't hold anybody, leave them. Stretch your hand, ushers. Are you not tired of holding people? Stretch your hand here, forget about that. We stand as a team. Anything taken from you from that, we retrieve it and we release it to your hand.